everyone. Good evening. My name is Peter Coutinho. I am a product manager at Paytm Money. Welcome you all for today's FADOP Chacha. Today's topic is systematic option selling using algo trading. Algo is a very buzzing word, right? And I would like to learn many things from Jayesh. He's an algo trader. Today's speaker, his name is Jayesh, and he's a full-time trader, full-time algo trader. And from last couple of years, he's in this market. And he
Um,
used some technical analysis and other parameters to do trading. And what the algo trading means, like what we do manually, that same thing he's automating. He do the back testing first, and then he automate his trades. Okay. Welcome, Jayesh, for today's FADOP Chacha.
yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. Yeah, it's been an
Yeah,
honor. Yeah.
yeah. Along with me, Manas also here. He may ask some questions to Jayesh, and I'll ask some questions to Jayesh. And if you guys have any questions, just post those questions here in the chat or send me as a DM. I will ask those questions to Jayesh later. Right? Great. Yeah. Let's start the discussion. I think Jayesh, how did you start your journey? आपका जर्नी कैसे स्टार्ट हो गया? आप एल्गो ट्रेडर कैसा बने?
Okay, so I started I've been a trader from around 2.5 years. I used to trade in cash basically, but recently after the markets corrected but definitely cash trading was difficult during that time, and I started to explore options trading basically. So initially I started doing options trading using OI data, support resistance and all, and but the problem during that time was I used to trade there was problem of over trading and emotional trading based upon the data that I used to see. And basically then I there was a buzzing word on Twitter, like 920 straddle, 920 strangle and all. And then I started to explore what was this stuff basically. And then slowly and steadily I got into algo trading. Designed my own strategies, I backtested my own strategies, and then using you can say using Python and using third party apps, I started to deploy the same strategies that I had designed basically. So yeah, that was my journey. I initially, when I had started the journey, I used to paper trade basically, because as a beginner I did not want to put my entire capital. And then scaled up slowly. So scaling up slowly is really important. Even though I had a capital of I had a capital to trade around 20-30 lots at a time, but still I was stuck to let's say trading 2 or 3 lots at a time, because this was something that I was trying, something new. So then slowly and steadily over a period of time, let's say I started adding lots, because the M2M swings were hard to handle as a beginner. And then slowly and steadily, that is how I scaled up to a bigger capital, yeah, over a period of time.
It's great, great. So you started your small journey and you became an algo trader. You have mentioned that paper trading. What is that paper trading? How you do?
Okay, so paper trading is basically, what you can do is it's like virtual trading. So, for example, we have designed a strategy, let's say that I'm going to sell a straddle at 10 a.m. with a stop loss of 50 points on each leg, and or 50% on each leg, and then shifting the stop loss at cost. So every day, what I used to do is basically check the ATM strike prices, and let's say just on the paper I used to short the options basically with a stop loss. And then at the end of the day, whatever my strategy was, just check out the results basically. So that was to understand whether my paper trading results match with the actual backtesting results that I am doing that I'm doing every day basically. So you can do this, you can do the same thing virtually on third party apps also, where I mean आपको पेपर पे लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can directly just using virtual money short the options and check out the PNL at the end of the day, like a forward testing, something like that.
Yeah, right. Even I started my journey with the papers, writing down those prices. Okay, आज मैंने buy किया, कल मैंने sell किया something. But उसमें क्या होता था? The emotion involved नहीं होता था. Like there is no my money is not involved, right? Then I found some software also in 2010. I think Money Control also used to give that those kind of paper trading, then shifted to like in algo also the same, right? What we are automating that things can be without risking your capital. We are doing paper trading.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, mostly you can say that paper trading is like playing PUBG, and trading is like going onto the field on, let's say like that. So most of the time you can think the real trading starts when you put your own money rather than the paper trade. But as a beginner, I think so that is a step, like we have to matlab, you have to follow some steps to reach the goal, right? So this is, I think so, the first step to move forward. So this can boost your confidence slightly, and then once do paper trade for 1 month, 2 month, and then once after that you can start with one lot, two lot, and then slowly and steadily increase the number of lots to 5, 10, or 20, whatever the capital that you have. But advice is not to put directly, or not to put not to jump directly, even though if you see that the backtest results are very great. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, Jayesh. So my question is like, can you explain our users what is exactly the algo trading and how is it different from like automated trading or HFT trading? Like for a beginner who is new to this.
Oh, okay. Algo trading basically means that you are just automating the stuff that you are going to do by sitting in front of the screen. And the benefits of algo trading are basically systematic trading. You can call it as a systematic trading, or algo trading, where we design strategy. We try to have a strategy, then we backtest the strategy. So the process of designing a strategy, and what should be the summary, or how to build or backtest a strategy. Basically, I'll jump to that point, where firstly we'll have an idea or hypothesis. I think that every day if I short a call option at 9:30 a.m. with a 50 point SL, I think that it is going to be a profitable over a period of time. So this is my idea basically. Then I have designed key specific entry, exit, and SL. Key entry time would be at 10 a.m. Exit time would be 3:15 a.m. 3:15 p.m. and stop loss, let's say, is 50%. So example, this is just an example. And position sizing we have to decide, like 2 lakh rupees per lot or 1.8 lakh rupees per lot is an ideal position size that you do without any hedging. So risk is managed if you trade in this manner, where you trade with 2 lakhs per lot, and then you have to test this strategy. So main part comes where once you have an idea, you have to test the strategy. You have to backtest it using the old data that you have. And once you see that, after you have backtested it and you see that the strategy has been profitable with a lesser drawdown, and good risk to reward ratio, has a good win percentage, then you may think of, after you have the results basically of the backtest, then you may think of optimizing the strategy by tweaking the strategy, like adding trailing stop losses, or you can add target percentages, or you can revise, or you can try multiple stop loss variations. And then once we have optimized, then we have to track the real time performance, like for 1 or 2 months we'll paper trade, and then finally we'll have to deploy it. So this the deploying part, once we do the deploying part using a automated system, then you can see that that we'll call that as a uh, automated trading or algo trading basically.
Right. So I will just try to simplify this, what Jainesh has explained. This he's saying like you should have one idea. Like it can be 9:30 a.m. you are sending call and put option, or we'll take a simple idea like Reliance. Every day morning 9:15 you are buying and 3:15 you are selling. For example, this is your logic. डेली यू बाई एट 9:15 को बाई करो 3:15 को सेल करो. ये आपने क्या करना चाहिए कि एक तो पेपर में कर सकता है, बट पेपर में कितना दिन कर सकता है? यू कैनॉट गेट द गुड रिजल्ट, राइट? फॉर दैट पर्पस व्हाट ही इज डूइंग इज ही इज गेटिंग द बैक हिस्टोरिकल डेटा. मीन्स 1 साल 2 साल नहीं तो 5 साल का डेटा ले लिया, उसके ऊपर पूरा रन कर दिया, सिस्टम को दे दिया, एंड एंटायर रन आफ्टर रन ही विल गेट वन रिजल्ट. वो रिजल्ट में उसको मालूम पड़ता है कि इसमें कितना प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, कितना लॉस हो रहा है. अच्छा है तो रिलायंस में करेंगे, नहीं तो आईसीआईसी बैंक में करेंगे, एचडीएफसी में करेंगे, सब में उसको टेस्ट करेगा. देन फाइनली ही विल कम टू नो दैट ओके दिस इज द गुड स्क्रिप्ट. देन ही विल चेंज द स्टॉप लॉस. वो सोचेगा कि चलो 915 है तो उसको 930 करके देख लेंगे, 930 बाई करेंगे और 315 को सेल करेंगे. दिस इज द वे ही विल डू. दिस इज आई एम जस्ट सिंप्लीफाइंग इन इक्विटी, बट ही इज डूइंग विद द options, right, Jay? Dennis?
Yeah. What you said is absolutely correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My next question to you, before going to the selling part of options, that may be very interesting for today's topic. What is the advantage and disadvantage of algo, and what should we do and don't for the algos?
Okay, so this is a very good question that you have asked. What are the advantages and disadvantages? So basically, if you are trading using an automated system, basically, so you minimize emotional trading. It's not like systematic traders do not have feelings. Even I, as after dedicating 6 to 7 months, even sometimes I also feel like booking the profits or trying to cut the losses. But it will definitely help you to minimize the emotional trading that we generally do, like uh, fear and greed. That the level of fear and greed would definitely come down, that I can say. It basically, if you are algo trading, that means you are using a system, and the systematic trading helps you or allows you for backtesting. If I am doing a discretionary trading, then it does not allow me for backtesting, basically, right? So it gives me a confidence ki yeah, the system has been profitable in the past 3 to 4 years, and then the probability would be high that the system would be profitable in the coming future also. And yeah, this is the second advantage. The third advantage is it helps you to maintain the discipline. Once you have designed a system, if I'm leaving if I'm leaving everything to the computer, basically, then I do not have to apply my or use my brains during the market hours, and I will have to just not do anything. Let the system, or whatever the system that we have designed, let the system run. And this is the third advantage. And fourth advantage is basically, now let's say that I have 3 to 4 accounts, but as a person I cannot punch orders manually in all the 4 accounts, right, at the same time, because I have to get that accurate prices, and that would obviously delay in the prices. So if I'm using automated or algo trading, then basically I can shoot orders in multiple accounts at a single time. So basically, I currently trade in 3 to 4 accounts of my own personally with a different capital. So the orders, there is no lagging in basically the orders get punched exactly at the whatever the time that I have designed. So these are some of the pros of the algo trading. Now most people think that algo trading is a money making machine, and as a beginner, your expectation should be just to get adapted to system and try to maintain the discipline. Now I get every day I get queries of like, what could be the can we get 100 200% return in a year using algo trading? Now there are people, those who have made such kind of money, that I am not denying that. But as a beginner, our idea or ideal our main purpose is not to make 100 200%, but rather to adapt to the system. And then over a period of time, once you understand the markets, then only I think so you can design a profitable system. Uh, Without real understanding of the market, I think that is not possible where you design a very highly profitable system. So these are some of the advantages that of algo trading. Now the disadvantages basically are, uh, like, once we have backtested a strategy, so that strategy we have backtested and it was a very profitable strategy, and we deployed it, basically, right? Now it could be a possibility that after I deploy it, the strategy could start to give me losses. तो मैंने जैसे ही स्ट्रैटेजी कोई डिप्लॉय करी, उसका लॉस का पीरियड चालू हो गया. तो ये एक दिस इज वन ऑफ द कॉन्स दैट इज देयर. Now, even if you look at my equity curve that I had shared a few days ago, when I started to deploy a strategy, it was the backtesting. In the backtesting, it did not have even a single red month in the past 3 years. But as soon as I deployed the strategy, that gave me the first red month of its whole 3 to 4 years of backtesting. So you can understand ki, and even though it was the first month, so I was people or everyone would ideally get tense ki this is the first red month, and then you start doubting your strategy. But then if you look at the equity curve, it was a very, for 1 month it stayed in negative, and then it the next month it was directly like a very increased drastically or dynamic. Yeah. So this was the con. And it, even though you are leaving everything to the system, there could be mechanical failures, like margin sometimes your margin due to high wix environment, there could be margin shortfall. So personally I've had these kind of issues in the recent only, where none of my stop losses were hit, and overall the whole margin was utilized. And then some orders could not get punched due to the due to some, it was like even few thousand rupees margin is less, your orders would not get punched, right? So this you have to monitor the system also, by, like, let's say you are looking at the system every 1.5 2 hours, just for a few minutes, just to check out whether the trades are running properly or not. And yeah, so these are some of the disadvantages that are there, that yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, Janish. So, so now if we come to our topic about systematic option selling using algo, so like, can you explain our users regarding your set of rules and systems that you take while deciding the option selling strategy? Like, how do you create an automate, and how do you take entry, exit, and decide the stop losses? And before that, how do you select the scripts that you want to trade? So, can you
Okay.
like
Yeah.
using the
So I trade around 11 to 12 different strategies in my basket. So I am having a basket of, personally I trade with, on my personal capital, I trade with around 28 29 lakh rupees. And I have designed a basket of, let's say, 11 to 12 strategies that I use to in my whole basket. Now the few things that I want to suggest everyone, those who are already doing systematic option trading basically, is we are always trying to run behind systems that are having lower drawdowns, right? Now it could be a possibility that if I am having three individual strategies, let's say strategy A, strategy B, and strategy C, which are all having higher drawdowns of 50 days, 60 days, 70 days. But if, when I combine these three strategies and run it in the basket, like if I'm running all the three strategies together and backtest it, you will come to know that the overall drawdown of the whole system is coming down, let's say, to 20 days. So it's really important that once you backtest a strategy individually, then you need to backtest the strategy as well in the basket to understand how it is contributing to your basket. Now initially, once as a beginner, when I had started my journey, most of the time you'll see people are talking like lower drawdown, it has drawdown of, let's say, 1% only, 2% only, and drawdown days is like 3 days or 4 days of the whole strategy. But that is kind of a misconception, ki you need lower drawdown, individual lower drawdown strategies to make a good basket. Personally I run 2 to 3 strategies that are, you can say, that have not given that great returns in the basket. Totally over the last 3 years it has given only 30 40% return, and they have higher drawdowns. But once I have when I added those strategies in my basket, the drawdown of my whole basket came down drastically, the drawdown days of my whole basket came out drastically. So sometimes you need to run these poor strategies also in the basket to so that these balance out each other, right? So this was about individual strategies. Now few strategies that everyone can trade, I think, is like the I use simple straddles and strangles also, like shorting at the money straddles with different percentage SLs at different time periods, like in the morning and in the afternoon. But using these are like simple strategies. Apart from that, one can use re-entry and re-execute strategies that are a little complex, and that can take higher brokerages as well, because of multiple re-entries and exits,
so
right?
Janish, you take this in like which script, if I can stop and ask?
Okay,
Like,
so I trade in Bank Nifty only. I trade only in Bank Nifty, not even in Nifty options. So, and I trade weekly expiry, and mostly on Fridays I target deep out of the money options. Let's say that I have designed a system. I will share one of my systems where I had shared one video also in the past, where we are using a feature known as closest premium range rather than shorting at the money or 100 points out of the money, where the distance from the distance from at the money is almost equal on every day. What I am trying to do is I am trying to select option premium prices. Like every day, let's say I have backtested a strategy where every day at 10:30 a.m. I'm going to go and short 150 points option. Okay, so this is a system where every day it does not even matter ki on Friday, on Friday 150 points option would be around 500 points out of the money, 500 600 points depending upon the wicks and all. But let's assume that it is 600 points out of the money. But the same 150 points option on Wednesday would be around 100 points out of the money, and the same 150 points option on Thursday would be in the money probably, right? So this is a system where I have designed on for to capture DK from Friday to Wednesday, and on Thursday also it gives you a DK. If there is a sideways movement for the whole day, it will give you, definitely it will give you a DK, slight DK. But if there is a trend in the market, then it gives you a very good results because you are selected higher premiums. So as we come near to the expiry on Thursdays, we are coming near to at the money strike prices. So Friday we are selecting, automatically we are selecting 600 700 points out of the money, and then coming near to the near to at the money. The advantage of this over like selecting at the money or OTM is, so on Friday 100 points OTM option would be trading at 400 rupees, and keeping a 30% SL would be a very large SL, like 120 130 points. And the same option if I select on OTM 100 on Thursday, if I have designed a system like that, the same option on Thursday would be like 70 rupees 80 rupees, something like that, right? So here I have selected one fixed premium and trading the premium. I am trading the same premium for the whole week. So this is one of my strategies that I trade, and the idea behind was to capture theta decay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Jainesh. Very well explained. I will try to simplify for our users. The very simple. He's trading in Bank Nifty weekly options because his strategy is theta decay capturing. So weekly is better for him. That is point number one. Point number two. He has explained like 150 rupees premium, any option he want to sell. That is a call and put both. Not only call and put both he want to sell. For example, now Bank Nifty is trading at 40,700, right? So if you go with 150 rupees premium, I can see now 41,700. अभी आपने देखा तो 41,700 का call option मीन 1000 point दूर का call option is trading at 150 rupees. And also 1000 point downside means 39,700 or something is trading at 150. ये दोनों को he is selling at around 930 को वो sell कर रहा है दोनों को. ये sell करके उस पे थीटा डीके का कैप्चर करने के लिए ट्राई कर रहा है. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस इज मंडे ये 100,000 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस था, वो मे बी 800 आएगा, 500 आएगा समथिंग. एंड एक्सपायरी डे इट मे बी एट द मनी और नियर द मनी हो जाएगा. मींस एट द मनी क्या है, वहां तक आने का चांसेस है. दिस इज व्हाट द स्ट्रेटजी ही हैज एक्सप्लेन्ड, राइट चाइनीश?
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Now the question is, okay, this required some margin. Everyone knows that Bank Nifty required, on the selling options required around 1,50,000 rupees margin. If you sell call and put both, then you get the margin benefit, and it may you take around 80,000 or 90,000 rupees is required as a margin. Now the problem here is option selling is risky because there is an unlimited risk. Maybe if the market goes one side, means you have sold call and put, आपने call and put को दोनों को sell किया. And yes, one more point I want to mention, that these strategies he is explaining intraday strategies. Now the risk side will go. ये स्ट्रेटेजी अभी कॉल ऑप्शन भी सेल किया है, पुट ऑप्शन भी सेल किया है, मे बी 1000 पॉइंट दूर का. बैंक निफ्टी 1000 पॉइंट मूवमेंट हो गया तो क्या होगा, ये तो 150 वाला 500-600 हो जाएगा, बहुत बड़ा लॉस होगा. और पुट ऑप्शन में 150 रुपीज ही प्रॉफिट होगा. ये टाइम पे आप कुछ तो करते रहेंगे, स्टॉप लॉस वगैरह डालते रहेंगे. जैनिश, कैन यू प्लीज एक्सप्लेन व्हाट इज द स्टॉप लॉस फॉर फ्राइडे एंड other days, or you'll keep same?
Okay, so the thing is, we none of the options strategy should be traded without any stop losses. That is the number one rule that everyone should follow. Be it even if you trade 1,000 points 2,000 points out of the money, it does not matter. You should always put a stop loss into the system, because so stop loss is god. That is the simple statement. Now let's say that every day I'm shorting 150 points option. Now the system is designed in such a way that I want to uh, uh, it becomes a directional strategy as well, and it becomes a theta decay strategy. How can we say that? Now let's say that on Friday, if my stop losses that I generally keep is around 20 to 30% of the option premium that is there. Now on Friday, on individual legs, right? So 150 पॉइंट का the stop loss 150 पॉइंट्स का जो हमारा प्रीमियम था उस पे हमने 30% का एसएल लगा दिया कॉल में और 30% का पुट में, तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 45 पॉइंट का ये एसएल हो चुका है हमारा, राइट? सो अगर लेट्स से कि फ्राइडे को फ्राइडे को वोलाटिलिटी थोड़ी कम रहती है तो दोनों साइड में स्टॉप लॉस हिट होने के चांसेस बहुत ही कम है, क्योंकि पहले तो हमारे ऑप्शंस हजार पॉइंट ऊपर नीचे है तो इनका डेल्टा वुड बी अराउंड 0.1 और उससे भी कम हो सकता है. लेट मी चेक आउट द एग्जैक्ट वैल्यूज ऑफ डेल्टा. बट आप इसमें देख सकते हो कि डेल्टा बहुत ही 0.1 के आसपास रहेगा, माइनस एंड प्लस बेसिकली
0.2.
हाँ, तो 0.2 है. तो आप इसमें काफी बड़ा मूवमेंट तक भी आप अगर बैंक निफ्टी में काफी बड़ा मूवमेंट तक एक सर्टेन लिमिट तक भी मूवमेंट आता है तो दोनों साइड के स्टॉप लॉसेस आपके हिट नहीं होंगे. तो अगर एक्सट्रीम मूवमेंट आता है तो एक साइड का स्टॉप लॉस हिट हो चुका है आपका और दूसरे साइड का जो अपना लेग रहेगा दैट वुड बी ओपन. So then it becomes a purely directional strategy. Once our one side stop loss gets hit and the other side stop loss would be moved to cost basically. So the maximum that I'm going to lose in any case would be around 45 points. I hope you have understood what I'm trying to say here.
Right. Understood.
Yeah. So here on Friday this would act Friday पे भी हम around 30% का एसएल लेंगे. तो आप देखोगे कि हमारा ड्रॉडाउन जो है that would be very you can say in control. Why? Because I have selected a premium value and not randomly any kind of ATM or OTM, क्योंकि ATM on Friday is 400 points and the same ATM is 100 points. तो अगर मैं 400 points पे 30% एसएल लगाऊंगा और 100 पॉइंट पे 30% एसएल लगाऊंगा तो लॉस के टाइम पे एटीएम जब फ्राइडे को लॉस होगा तो वो काफी बड़ा लॉस है कंपेयर टू थर्सडे वाला लॉस ना. तो इसीलिए हम स्ट्राइक प्राइस को सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि स्ट्राइक वैल्यू को या लाइक प्रीमियम वैल्यू को सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं और उसके ऊपर हम परसेंटेज स्टॉप लॉस लगा रहे हैं इसमें इस केस में. तो हमारा लॉस जो है वो हर बार फिक्स्ड के अराउंड फिक्स्ड ही रहेगा.
चाइनीज ये आपका 30% स्टॉप लॉस ऑलवेज 30%, राइट? फ्राइडे भी 30 होगा, मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे थर्सडे फ्राइडे तक 30 रहेगा, right?
It would be 30 Friday.
Yeah. So next question is follow-up question. Maybe Manas also have one question, but before that I would like ask one question. So ये तो okay, Friday आपने 30% डाल दिया तो 45 points means 150 का सेल किया तो 100 ऊपर से 195 का आपका स्टॉप लॉस रहेंगे कॉल के लिए और पुट के लिए, मे बी अप्रोक्सीमेटली बता रहा हूँ, डिपेंड ऑन द एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ द प्राइस. मंडे इज ऑल्सो फाइन, बट ऑन द डे ऑफ एक्सपायरी आप आ रहे हैं एट द मनी में और नियर द मनी, राइट? ये टाइम पे क्या होता है कि मार्केट थोड़ा सा 50 पॉइंट बैंक निफ्टी मूवमेंट हुआ तो भी आपका स्टॉप लॉस हिट होगा, 50-100 पॉइंट तो मूवमेंट होता ही, राइट? किधर एक चांसेस होता है कि दोनों साइड का स्टॉप लॉस हिट होने का. आपको वो टाइम पे ऐसा चाहिए कि मार्केट में बड़ा मूवमेंट चाहिए, मींस अपसाइड मूवमेंट नहीं तो डाउन साइड मूवमेंट होना चाहिए. और बैंक निफ्टी ऐसे भी देखा है अपने के लिए ये तो भागते रहता है. तो ये टाइम पे आप क्या करते हैं? थर्सडे के लिए क्या कर रहे हैं आप?
ओके, तो थर्सडे को सी एज मैंने पहले बताया था कि एक स्ट्रैटेजी जस्ट अभी हम एक स्ट्रैटेजी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं तो बस एक स्ट्रैटेजी पे हमारी पूरी कैपिटल डिपेंडेंट नहीं रहती है. तो थर्सडे को दिस स्ट्रैटेजी वुड प्रोबेबली अगर ज्यादा मूवमेंट नहीं आता है तो आपको थीटा डीके मिलेगा, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम यू विल सी दैट मनी वुड बी मेड व्हेन देयर इज अ डायरेक्शनल मूव, बिकॉज you are losing 50 points on one leg and you are making 100 points on the other leg, so net you can make 50 points totally on per lot on the on Thursday basically. and अगर मूवमेंट नहीं आता है, और ये कई बार होता है कि पर्सनली आई ट्रेड दिस स्ट्रैटेजी इसलिए मुझे इसका कैरेक्टरिस्टिक पता है. काफी टाइम ऐसा भी होता है कि बैंक निफ्टी के में बहुत लाइक थर्सडे है और थर्सडे को जनरली व्हाट आई डू इज आई डू नॉट ट्रेड द स्ट्रैटेजी फॉर द होल डे. आपने क्या लगा लिया? आपने लगा लिया है इसमें टीएसएल, अपने इंडिविजुअल लेग्स में भी टीएसएल लगा लिया है ताकि आपको अगर थीटा डीके मिल रहा है कोई भी लेग्स में से तो आपका स्टॉप लॉस भी शिफ्ट हो रहा है, तो आप उसमें लॉस जो है लॉस कम होगा या फिर प्रॉफिट आपका लॉक होगा एट आफ्टर सर्टेन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम। एंड यू कैन से कि बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है कि आपको दोनों लेग से, इवन दो यू आर ट्रेडिंग इन द मनी, आपको दोनों लेग से पॉसिबल है कि दोनों लेग से आपको थीटा डीके का फायदा मिल जाए। तो वो डिपेंड करता है कि अगर विक्स बहुत हाई था और विक्स गिर रहा है तो आपको थीटा डीके का फायदा होगा। एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द स्ट्रेटजी, बट व्हाट यू कैन डू टू ऑप्टिमाइज दिस इज रन विद डिफरेंट बास्केट, नॉट सोनली डिपेंड ऑन दिस। और इसके साथ में आप क्या कर सकते हो टू हाँ, और या सो योर क्वेश्चन वुड बी कि नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आई नो हो सकता है कि अगर मार्केट में वी शेप रिकवरी आती है या डब्ल्यू या एम पैटर्न ऐसा कुछ बनता है तो क्या करना चाहिए। सो देयर इज अ फीचर नोन एज लॉक एंड ट्रेल प्रॉफिट्स एंड देयर इज अ फीचर नोन एज लॉक प्रॉफिट्स बेसिकली। So generally this is a feature that most of the time you will see that no one will use, and I would suggest everyone, those who are trading systematically, to definitely use this lock and trail. Why? Because uh, once let's say that I am trading with let's say that I am trading with two lots here and my profit on two lots touched 4,000 rupees. Okay, now the market was continuously moving up, like abhi 2 दिन पहले जैसे बैंक निफ्टी was had moved around 1,000 points from -500 to +500 it moved, right? So अगर उस दिन पे अगर -500 से +500 जाकर वापस से -500 आता तो I think most of the people would have lost all their profits, because most of the time their strategies would have become directional and then there was a big reversal like 500-600 points. So in that case what everyone has to do is use lock and trail feature to lock your profits. बेसिकली ये क्या मतलब है कि इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर समझो मेरा 2,000 रुपए पर लॉट प्रॉफिट आ चुका है, अब इधर से अगर मुझे ये लॉस में चला जाता है कि अगर बहुत बड़ा रिवर्सल आता है और लॉस में चला जाता है 4,000 के, तो दिस डेफिनेटली, इवन दो यू आर सिस्टम ट्रेडर और इवन इफ यू आर डिस्क्रिशनरी ट्रेडर, इट डज नॉट मैटर, दिस विल अफेक्ट योर साइकोलॉजी, दिस विल शैटर योर कॉन्फिडेंस। एंड आई कैन गारंटी कि अगर जब आपके सामने 2,000-3,000 का प्रॉफिट था, वो प्रॉफिट से आप अगर 4,000 के लॉस में आ रहे हो तो इतना बड़ा एम टू एम स्विंग, दिस इज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट वन लॉट। इमेजिन once you are trading with 20-30 lots, आपका अगर 50,000 प्रॉफिट है और वो 50,000 प्रॉफिट जाकर मतलब प्रॉफिट लॉस में कन्वर्ट होता है, तो हाउ मच इट विल अफेक्ट योर साइकोलॉजी। तो लॉक एंड ट्रेल का फीचर क्या है कि अगर समझो एक बार मेरा कोई सर्टेन लेवल पहुंच गया है प्रॉफिट का, कि मुझे पर लॉट में पर स्ट्रैटेजी में मुझे लेट्स से कि 2,000 प्रॉफिट आ रहा है, तो व्हाट आई वुड बी डूइंग, आई वुड बी स्टार्टिंग टू लॉक माई प्रॉफिट, कि हर 2,000 रुपए के प्रॉफिट में मुझे 500 रुपए से प्रॉफिट ट्रेल करना है बेसिकली, राइट? तो अगर समझो एक बार कभी भी मेरा एम टू एम 2,000 रुपए टच कर गया, इवन फॉर लेट्स से फ्यू सेकेंड्स, देन माय सिस्टम व्हाट डज माय सिस्टम डू, इट विल डायरेक्टली ट्रेल और बुक द प्रॉफिट, मिनिमम प्रॉफिट वुड बी बुक्ड एट 500। नाउ if the profit touches 4,000, then my profit would be shifted to 1,000 rupees. My locking the profit को हम लॉक कब करेंगे, 1,000 रुपए पे बेसिकली। तो इससे क्या हो रहा है, हम ट्रेंड के साथ में भी राइड कर रहे हैं और साथ में लॉक प्रॉफिट्स को लॉक भी कर रहे हैं। अब इधर से रिवर्सल आता है बहुत बड़ा, तो मुझे कोई लेना देना नहीं, क्योंकि एटलीस्ट मैं 1,000 रुपए लेकर तो घर जाने ही वाला हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे सिस्टम ने लॉक प्रॉफिट को लॉक कर दिया है। अब ऐसा भी नहीं कर सकते कि आप जैसे ही प्रॉफिट आपका आ चुका है लेट्स से 2,000 रुपए का, तो आपने 2,000 रुपए ही ट्रेल कर लिया, क्योंकि आपको वोलेटिलिटी को रूम देना चाहिए। कि क्योंकि मार्केट डायरेक्टली सिंगल साइडेड मूवमेंट तो नहीं आने वाली है, 100 पॉइंट जाएगा ऊपर, फिर 50 पॉइंट नीचे आएगा, फिर 200 पॉइंट ऊपर जाएगा, फिर 100 पॉइंट नीचे आएगा। तो ये फिर भी दिस इज स्टिल अ ट्रेंड, राइट? नाउ दिस इज स्टिल एन अप ट्रेंड। तो इसमें आपको वो 50 पॉइंट जब पुल बैक लेता है, उस 50 पॉइंट में अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा टाइटली ट्रेल करने लग जाओगे तो उस 50 पॉइंट में आपका एसएल हिट हो जाएगा और बड़ी ट्रेंड आप कभी राइड नहीं कर पाओगे। तो इसलिए आपको एक आइडियल प्राइस के साथ में ट्रेल करना चाहिए कि हर 2,000 पॉइंट पे 500 पॉइंट 2,000 रुपए पे हर पर लॉट, एग्जांपल 500 रुपए। या फिर लेट्स से कि अगर आप आफ्टरनून में ट्रेड कर रहे हो, आफ्टरनून में आपकी कोई स्ट्रैटेजी जाती है, तो आप आफ्टरनून में थोड़ा टाइटली ट्रेल कर सकते हो कि हर 1,000 रुपए पे 200 रुपए या 300 रुपए से हम ट्रेल कर रहे हैं। तो दिस इज वन फीचर दैट कैन हेल्प यू टू अवॉइड वी शेप और एम शेप और डब्ल्यू शेप पैटर्न्स। इससे आपका ड्रॉडाउन भी कम होगा। आई कैन गारंटी, मैंने स्ट्रैटेजीज जो टेस्ट करी है विदाउट लॉक एंड ट्रेल एंड विथ लॉक एंड ट्रेल, फ्यू थिंग्स आर जस्ट लास्ट फ्यू मिनट्स आई विल टॉक कि आपका जो है बैक टेस्टिंग में प्रॉफिट्स कम होगा डेफिनेटली आपका प्रॉफिट 10-15% से कम होगा, ये आप ऑब्जर्व कर लेना. बट द थिंग इज, personally what and all my clients also, they this is a very common thing ki psychology will get affected if if there is a big reversal and if you are losing money. So आपका बैक टेस्टिंग में प्रॉफिट हो गया तो प्रॉफिट कम होने हो गया तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उसमें. ओनली थिंग इज इफ यू आर नॉट स्टेइंग इन द गेम देन यू विल नॉट बी मेकिंग मनी. तो अगर आप डर के आपके इतने बड़े रिवर्सल देख के आप ट्रेडिंग ही बंद कर दोगे तो आपको आगे जाकर प्रॉफिट ही नहीं होगा ना. तो आई थिंक सो दैट इज अ फीचर दैट एवरीवन कैन यूज टू make lock the profits. Yeah, I think
So is locking profit and trailing stop loss, is it like similar?
no, locking profit and trailing stop losses are not similar basically. Now let's say that my okay, मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ कि मैंने कोई ट्रेड ली है जिसपे मेरा 4,000 रुपए का 4,000 इंडिविजुअल लेग्स में 4,000 रुपए का एसएल है. समझो टोटल मिलाकर मेरी एक ट्रेड में 4,000 रुपए का एसएल है. अगर मैंने ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस लगाया है लेट्स से, तो ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस क्या करेगा, अगर 4,000 से मेरा लेट्स से कि 4,000 हम एक डिजाइन करते हैं सिस्टम. 1 सेकेंड. One second. I'll come back to that question. I'll come back to that question. Till that time, you can ask. We can just skip to the next. मैं वो एक एग्जांपल पूछ के बताता हूँ.
ओके जयनीश, अभी आपने एक स्ट्रैटेजी बताया, एट द मनी का कॉल एंड पुट हम लोग दोनों सेल करेंगे, नहीं तो हम लोग आउट ऑफ द मनी करेंगे, 150 पॉइंट्स का करेंगे एंड मे बी 30% एज ए स्टॉप लॉस. ओके, व्हाई ऑप्शन सेलिंग? आप ऑप्शन बाइंग नहीं क्यों कर रहे हैं?
Okay, so this is a very this is a very common question and very simple question that I want to answer is, now option selling has an edge. Basically, you all know that option selling has an edge and that is known as theta decay, and I can guarantee you that that edge is true. Now काफी सारे लोगों को लगता है कि ये आजकल ट्विटर में ट्रेंडिंग है कि इज थीटा डीके रियली एन एज एंड ऑल. बट आई थिंक वंस यू स्टार्ट ट्रेडिंग ऑप्शंस एंड वंस यू स्टार्ट ट्रेडिंग ऑप्शंस स्पेशली नियर द एक्सपायरी एंड ऑल, you will understand that theta decay really occurs. और अभी मैं ये वाली फ्राइडे का एग्जांपल, ये वाला ही थर्सडे का एग्जांपल देता हूँ जहां पे मैंने लाइक आई हैड शॉर्टेड, मतलब एक सेकंड, मैंने जस्ट 200 पॉइंट्स का स्ट्रैंगल शॉर्ट किया था, लाइक 100 पॉइंट्स का स्ट्रैंगल शॉर्ट किया हुआ था लेट्स से. तो उसमें बैंक निफ्टी वाज ऑलमोस्ट साइडवेज फ्रॉम 11 to 330. It was almost sideways. There was like a movement of 100 points up only and then it pulled back. So इस केस में दोनों साइड से मुझे प्रीमियम मिला and this was the first time that I made the highest profit on Thursday on a single strategy, because what I generally do is, as you know कि I am shorting 150 points option ना. मैं आपको एक स्ट्रैटेजी बताई, तो 11 बजे के आसपास भी मैं ऐसी एक सिमिलर स्ट्रैटेजी रन करता हूँ. तो 11 बजे के आसपास जब मैंने सिमिलर स्ट्रैटेजी रन करी थी 150 पॉइंट्स के ऑप्शंस की, बोथ ऑफ द ऑप्शंस एक्सपायर्ड एट, मतलब मेरे इसमें टारगेट में परसेंटेज टारगेट भी लगाकर चलता हूँ कि यार मुझे दो ऑप्शन 2-4 रुपए तक होने तक का वेट नहीं करना, क्योंकि इट कुड बी लाइक एंड में गामा का मूवमेंट आता है तो 2 रुपए का ऑप्शन कभी कभार देखा है हमने कि 40-50 रुपए भी जाता है. तो इसलिए टू अवॉइड दैट आई पुट target percentages like close the option at 10 rupees, 15 rupees, so that or 5 rupees, whatever the target percentage is. So both of the options expired at 10 rupees. मतलब दोनों ऑप्शन जो दोनों लेग थे कॉल और पुट 150 पॉइंट्स जो मैंने शॉर्ट किए थे, दोनों भी दोनों लेग में मुझे 100 120 130 पॉइंट्स मिले क्योंकि मार्केट पूरा साइडवेज था. तो एज इज you will get theta decay. सिंपल, ये सबको पता है कि theta decay मिलता है. सेकेंडली, ऑप्शन सेलिंग स्ट्रेटजीज हैव लोअर ड्रॉडाउन्स. thirdly, पोजीशन साइजिंग इज मैनेज्ड वेरी गुड. कि देखो अब मैं 1.5 लाख रुपए में एक ऑप्शन एक लॉट ऑप्शन बेचता हूँ कॉल और पुट का. अगर मुझे 1,500 का लॉस होता है उसमें, तो मुझे लॉस हो रहा है 1% का. ओके नाउ, और मुझे प्रॉफिट हो रहा है 1,500 का, तो मुझे प्रॉफिट हो रहा है 1% का. नाउ सेम केस, अगर वो जो मैंने कॉल ऑप्शन पुट ऑप्शन बेचा है वो किसी ने बाय किया है, अब उसको जब 1,500 का लॉस होगा और उसका कैपिटल लेट्स से 20,000 ही है और उसने 10,000 से मेरा ऑप्शन बाय किया था, अज्यूम करते हैं, सब कुछ हाइपोथेटिकल बता रहा हूं मैं, तो उसने 10,000 से मेरा ऑप्शन बाय किया था, उसका 1,500 का लॉस हो गया उसमें, तो उसका कैपिटल का 15% चला गया उस ट्रेड में, और अगर बनेगा भी तो 15% बनेगा. बट द एज where the POP, what you say, the probability of profit lies in the hands of option seller, and I think so. That is where you have an edge basically, and I think it
Yes.
is true.
Jainesh, right. You are right. There is many advantage for ऑप्शन सेलर. एक आपने बताया कि गामा इम्पैक्ट भी है फ्राइडे से, वो थोड़ा सा हैंडल करना चाहिए. एंड ऑप्शन सेलिंग हैज, जैनिश हैज मेंशन्ड, आप इंट्राडे कर रहे हैं तो स्टॉप लॉस के साथ कर लीजिए. देन देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. देयर इज नो, इट्स नॉट लाइक अनलिमिटेड रिस्क. स्टॉप लॉस शुड बी इन सिस्टम. पोजिशनल कर रहा है तो आपको हेज के साथ करना चाहिए. सो है. बट वन पॉइंट आई वांट टू ऐड. Maybe the theta decay maybe can be explained in a better way. Last time, one of my friend Pandya has explained in one of the webinar. So अभी T20 मैच हो रहा है, राइट? T20 का अपना वर्ल्ड कप होता है. ऑप्शन बाइंग इज ऑल अबाउट द प्रिडिक्टिंग. क्या हो रहा है, होने वाला है, वो प्रिडिक्ट करना है. एंड ऑप्शन सेलिंग इज, इट्स, हम लोग ये प्रिडिक्ट कर रहे हैं कि क्या नहीं होने वाला है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वो ऐसा बोल रहा था कि फॉर T20 वर्ल्ड कप, नेक्स्ट वर्ल्ड कप, आप मुझे प्रिडिक्ट करो कि कौन सा टीम विन मीन्स जीतने वाला है. मैं इफ आई गिव ए ऑप्शन ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड साउथ अफ्रीका एंड इंग्लैंड, दिस थ्री, आई एम नॉट गिविंग द इंडिया, मे बी एवरीवन से लाइक इंडिया, राइट? सो in that case, Australia, England, South Africa, this is very difficult to predict which team will win the T20 World Cup. But if I give another option which will not win the T20 World Cup, then easily someone may think like Afghanistan, right? So that is the way it is, like kind of option selling. Do you agree, Janish?
Yeah. So the thing is, like you can make money. मतलब आपको बस गलत, पूरा 100% गलत नहीं होना है. अगर आपने कॉल शॉर्ट किया है, लेट्स से, तो आप कब पैसा हारोगे, या फिर व्हेन विल यू लूज मनी? व्हेन देयर वुड बी अ डायरेक्शनल मूव इनटू
Right.
अपसाइड. अगर साइडवेज भी होता है तो आप पैसा कमा रहे हो, और नीचे गिरता है तो आप बहुत कमा लोगे. तो बस मुझे गलत ही नहीं होना है. मैं सही नहीं हुआ तो चलता है मुझे, बस मुझे पूरा गलत नहीं होना है. बट फॉर अ ऑप्शन बायर ही हैज टू बी राइट कि यार मैंने कॉल ऑप्शन बाय किया है तो मार्केट ऊपर जाना ही चाहिए, तभी मेरा पैसा बनेगा. अगर नहीं गया तो मेरा पैसा जाने वाला है. सिंपल.
Right.
तो
That is the
दैट
advantage. Means that
इज
is the good way to explain. आप ऑप्शन बाइंग कर रहे हैं, आपको पता रहना चाहिए कि यही जीतने वाला है टीम. बट आपने ऑप्शन सेलिंग कर रहे हैं तो आपको इतना ही बताना है कि कौन सा नहीं जीतने वाला है. वो मे बी अफगानिस्तान हो सकता है, नहीं तो एक इंडिया हो सकता है, कोई और बांग्लादेश हो सकता है. यू कैन मीन्स deep out of the money you are selling. Anyway, so that was the example. Maybe we are running out of time, Jainesh. So I have one more one question maybe, and Manas has one question. Manas, do you have any question? You can
Yeah,
ask.
yeah. Question I had is like कि suppose जो भी ऑप्शन in algo trading start कर रहे हैं, if he has like 5 lakh or 10 lakh of capital or like even lesser capital, so how does he decide like in how many strategies parallelly he should deploy his capital into, like at a single time how many strategies he should put into his money?
Okay. So this is a very, I mean, this depends upon person to person, to be honest.
Hmm.
Now, there were people, I know some people, those who traded only one strategy with around 10-15 lakh. But personally, here I would give my personal opinion or what I have done. So for a 10 lakh capital, I generally suggest to trade with around 2 to 3 strategies, basically, for minimum with 2 lots. Now you have, as you know, key options trading, you have to pay taxes, you have to pay brokerage. If you are not using zero brokerage, then you also have to add the cost of doing business into your trading. So generally, if you trade 2 to 3 strategies that are simple strategies, your brokerages that I have calculated and generally come at around 8 to 10,000 rupees per month if you are selling call and put for 3 strategies, basically, right? So generally for a smaller capital, like let's say 5 lakh rupees, it is not sustainable to trade with multiple strategies. You either have to shift your broker or you have to increase the capital. That is what I would say. And I think so ideal capital to diversify and to include all the strategies would be around 15 lakhs, where you can add trend following strategies as well as directional. Now if you trade with a smaller capital, then I think so most money would be made in a trend following strategy. That is what I have observed in backtesting, and that is what I have run in the past in my smaller account when I started. So that made good money in the directional market. And but if you have a bigger capital, then only you think, I think so you can capture both the non-directional as well as the directional move. But for a smaller capital, I think so one should stick with directional strategies, basically. That is what personally I believe it. People may have some different beliefs or may have made money by following different systems, but yeah, that is what I have done in the past.
Yeah. There may be some users are asking for the what all the platforms are available for algo trading. I can say like many platforms are available, or maybe we are not taking the particular name, but some of the platforms are connected with Paytm money, like uh, the same strategy can be automated. अभी क्या जैनेश ने बताया वो strategy आप automate कर सकते हैं using Contman. You can go to the contman.in and you can connect with Paytm money and you can automate. There may be some more applications also. You can use those applications also. Right. Oh, okay. I think, is there any audience question, Manas?
No, I think this was it regarding the platform.
Yeah. Okay. That we have already discussed. I think we are, the end of the session, Jainesh. Do you have any final advice for our users? So you can share those things.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I talk few things like do not come with few things that people have expectations with algo trading are like they come with unrealistic expectations. They want to make let's say 10% or 100% a month, 100% a year. Sorry. Now that is possible only once you have gained the experience when you design strategies or after after certain time period. But as a beginner have idealistic expectation of around 3% would be an ideal expectation. Now that is one thing. Second thing is a drawdown is a part of a drawdown would come into your system, and drawdowns are a part of system. Just during that period it is advised not to lose the confidence. And personally I had lost confidence in the last month because my system had hit a newer drawdown and had hit a higher drawdown which from the back test, and that is where I had lost confidence. But yeah, definitely you trust the system and then you have that confidence. But after that it was recovered fully, and then I have hit new equity curve high. So drawdowns would come basically, but you have to just keep on trusting the system, and if you have designed the system on your own, then basically you know ki, yeah, it is a good system. So this is two things. And third thing would be discipline, and do not just keep on hopping the systems. So generally people or generally traders कि एक महीना लॉस हो गया तो हमने दूसरा सिस्टम ढूंढने लग गए कि ये इस like they are trying to find the perfect system, but there is nothing known as perfect system. There is only perfect discipline and perfect emotion like control that you have to do. So perfect system या holy grail system नाम का कोई चीज नहीं है, बट आपको खुद पे डिसिप्लिन सेल्फ कंट्रोल और यही रखना ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है रादर देन hopping and looking for newer strategies like with 100% 200% back tested returns, right? So these are, I think, some of the few things that I want to say before
Yeah.
we
राइट, वेल सेड एक्चुअली, राइट। आपने बहुत अच्छा बताया पॉइंट्स। तो इसको मैं और थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई में बताऊं तो आपको 70 और 80% विनिंग रेशियो वाला मींस विनिंग प्रोबेबिलिटी वाला स्ट्रेटेजी दिया तो भी यू कैन नॉट बिकम ए प्रॉफिटेबल ट्रेडर अनलेस यू हैव ए डिसिप्लिन। मींस आपके पास डिसिप्लिन नहीं है, आपको 80% का 100% तो होता नहीं है, 70-80% प्रोबेबिलिटी वाला स्ट्रेटेजी दिया तो भी आपको पैसा नहीं कमा सकते मार्केट में अनलेस यू हैव ए डिसिप्लिन। दैट इज व्हाट Jainesh was saying. Yeah. And discipline is the key. And also emotion तो ट्रेडिंग में आता ही है, बट एल्गो ट्रेडिंग से आपको इमोशन पूरा एलिमिनेट नहीं कर सकते आप। दैट इज व्हाट ही हैव मेंशन्ड। लाइक व्हाट हैपेंड इज लाइक आपने एल्गो चालू किया, बट आपका हाथ में है एल्गो बंद करना, नहीं तो ब्रोकर का पोर्टल में जाके स्क्वायर ऑफ करना भी। सो समवॉट यू कैन कम आउट with the emotion, but not the 100%. But discipline, what you want, and systematic trading, what you want, that you get from the algo trading. And the एक कॉन्फिडेंस आपको मिलेगा बैक टेस्टिंग के थ्रू, राइट?
yeah, I think so that is the whole summary. मतलब ये बस यही याद रखना है कि इमोशनल एल्गो ट्रेडर भी इमोशनल होता है, सिस्टमैटिक ऑप्शंस ट्रेडर भी इमोशनल हो जाते हैं। ऐसा नहीं कि हम इमोशंस में आकर मतलब कभी कभार हो जाता है कि प्रॉफिट बुक कर लिया डर के कारण या लॉस बुक कर लिया और लॉस होने के कारण। बट द थिंग इज पहले अगर हम 10 बार करते थे तो अभी हमने शायद एक बार करा होगा, ऐसा आपका डायरेक्टली कम होगा। क्योंकि आखिर में हम इंसान है और अगर हमारा पैसा लगा है तो इमोशन तो कहीं ना कहीं कहीं ना कहीं वो आ ही जाते हैं. तो yeah, I think that can be minimalized and not eliminated completely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Janish, it was very insightful session.
Sure.
We enjoyed a lot and we learned a lot. I hope all our audience learned a lot. सबको अच्छा लगा लगता है. So you can also start your algo trading journey. Go for a system trading. Do your back testing. Maybe manually कर सकते हैं आप back testing. Maybe you can go to NSE and download the data, or go with any of the softwares, or do with the Excel. You can do some back testing. It was very insightful session, Jainesh. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks a
Sure.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Pleasure was all mine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And all
Janish,
the
Yeah.
for
So,
audience,
joining us.
all the lovely audience, thank you
yeah.
very much for joining us. Manas, thank you. Harsh, thank you for hosting this
Um,
today's
yeah. If
FAQ chapter.
any of our audience may have a question regarding algo trading, they can directly DM me on Twitter, maybe, or if they want any kind of help. Yeah, I would be
Yes.
happy to help them.
Yeah, that's great. If you have any questions, maybe we have not answered all your questions, you can send those questions directly to Jainesh. You can DM and he will answer those questions.